Check out FlipsideGaming.com for all your gaming needs. Use the promo code HEROES to save 10% on all orders over $10 and support the channel at the same time. Hey there, it's John from Heroes and Legends. Today we have another Ixalan Prerelease pack to open, so we're going to open this up real quick. I won't spend as much time on the other content since we opened one of these on the channel already, so if you want to see all the extra stuff you get in here, check that out. It's not a whole lot. But so what we're going to do is the same thing with this one. We're going to open it up, we're going to look at all the packs, and we're going to build a sealed deck. So this will also be a little bit of a sealed deck tutorial. Alright, so let's get started here. I'm going to try to keep our foil promo card face down so we don't know what it is. And it's got a white dice this time, so that's pretty sweet. Alright. And our packs. So, let's see what this rare is. It's a Rampaging Ferocidon. It's actually kind of sweet looking. Cool foil. Alright, let's open our packs, see what we get. So if you watched the previous video, what we'll do is we'll open all the packs, I'll kind of pause and put everything in color order, and we'll decide what direction we want to go, and then we'll start to whittle down our deck and our choices. So I'll go slow enough so you can at least see the comments, since they will be relevant in a few moments. Alright, Navigator's Ruin, Unclaimed Territory, Stormfleet Spy are rare. There it's a transform rare. Not used to that. Okay, we did get a foil Shaper Apprentice though, so that's cool. And our rare is Argyl's Bloodfast. Of course, that transforms into this Diamond Valley S card, Temple of El'Kazatz. So I played this in a sealed pool already, actually, and it was very good for me. So, I mean, it's a little hit or miss, because if you're behind, it's not great, right? Unless you have, maybe you're behind board state but not life, I don't know. If you're low on life, it becomes troublesome. But it does give you some quick card advantage, especially early on or in a board stall, and that's where it really excelled for me. So I'd be very open to playing that. It depends on where our pool takes us, of course. Raider's Wake, Dusk Legion Dreadnought, River Sneak, and we got one of the Czech lands, Glacial Fortress. So it's a cool land. I love the art, the new art on these, but it is a little bit of a bummer sometimes when you open those in a sealed pool because you're losing a rare. And not to say you won't play it, because if I'm in those colors, then yeah, I'm going to play it. It's fantastic. Like, mana fixing can be great if it hits the right colors. Problem is, if it doesn't hit your colors, then it's kind of like losing a rare. Alright, we have Heartless Pillage, Sleek Schooner, Edzokin Archer, and our rare is a Vraska's Contempt. Okay, now I'm really kind of wanting to play black just for that. The card's fantastic. I had a chance to play with it already, actually, in sealed. And yeah, it's good. Of course, it's already seen standard play at the time of recording in the first weekend, so I mean, that's pretty awesome. So, pretty good rare there. We opened two of those in our Fat Pack, actually. That's the third one we've opened on the channel, so kind of sweet. We haven't opened any Mythics from, like, since our Fat Pack. We opened two. We opened one in the Fat Pack. We opened one in another booster pack, but we didn't open one in the last pre-release kit. So maybe we'll get one today. Stormfleet Arsonist, Glorifier of Dusk, Unclaimed Territory, and our rare is a Rune Raider. That can be a risky card in sealed. It depends on your mana curve. If you have a maybe aggro low curve deck, it's great. But if you don't, you could really get burned by that. So, it's a good card, though. Just generally, it's just a matter of not every pool is going to want it. Okay, we have Slice and Twain, Thundering Spineback, Emissary of Sunrise, and Revel in Riches. Can we do it? Can we do the treasure deck? And I wasn't paying too close attention to all our commons. I don't know. I think that'd be real hard to pull off. Nothing jumped out at me as like, oh wow, we could get there. So we'll look at everything though. You never know. This might be a tough pool because a lot of our rares are very niche, and yeah, I don't know. So we got an Emergent Growth, Sheltering Lights, Ranging Raptors. Our rare is an Angoth's Marauder. We actually got one of those in our last pre-release kit, and we did use it in the build. So, okay, what I'm going to do is pause the video, and I'm going to separate these into color, and we'll start taking a look at what we actually have here. All right, so I'm back. We put everything in color order, and we're going to go through and see what we got here. Now, this is just a first run through. I'm trying to decide what cards are good, what colors I want to play, and I'm going to remove any cards that maybe feel like sideboard cards. Now, this first one, gain life, draw a card. We do have a life payout that's pretty decent in white, and we'll get to that in a second, but I don't really want to devote a card to it, I don't think. So I'm going to take this out. I'll remember it's there, though, in case I want to go more all-in on that. But with cards like this, I feel like they're going to be good enough. And this is a fine lifelinker bearer with upside, so that's good. I like Legion's Judgment. That's a great card. 1/3 flyers, just fine. I really want to try this out. This feels like it could be fun, especially if I can gain a little life. And these paladins are good. You're getting 4/3 power with toughness on the board for 4. Feels pretty good. Another one of these, so more life gain. Explore card with first strike. Yeah, sign me up. That's awesome. Another paladin. Slash is good removal for small spells, small creatures. And this one here, when it enters battlefield, it may search your library for any number of cards named Legion Conquistador. Unfortunately, this is our only one. So I don't want to play just one of these, because then you're paying 3 for a 2/2. So that's going to go away. Okay, Sheltering Light. It's an okay combat trick. I'm not going to cut it yet to see what we got. I really like Hammer Skulls. I played 3 of them in our last build we did in the previous video. And Legion's Judgment. Okay, so white looks pretty good, actually. I didn't hate that at all. So let's see what's going on in blue. I like this card. I like this Merfolk Flyer, too, as long as it can get flying. We saw this in the last pool too. This could potentially start to mill your opponent. If we're aggressive enough and have some lines of play like Unblockable or some evasion flying and such, this could be a good card. It's an interesting enchantment if nothing else. These are fine. I like those. Spell Pierce, sometimes I don't mind running 1. I mean, usually I end up cutting it, but it's better in constructed. It's fantastic in constructed, but it does hose a removal spell every once in a while. Opponents don't see it coming. Draw 2 and get a treasure token for 4 is actually pretty decent, so I do like that. Here's a card that can't be blocked, so that's good to know. And another card that can't be blocked. So that might be a thing. Dive Down, it's a fine combat trick. And we have this to create a treasure token if we need to. Another one of these draw spells. I like this. It's cheap, so I'm on board with it. And I'm going to try to play it at a time where I won't get 2-for-1s. Another flyer, so that's decent. And this is good too. I like those 1/4s that make the treasure tokens. They're nice blockers to gum up the game too. All right, let's look at black. I said this when I opened it. I played this before in sealed, and it was actually really good for me. So I would be happy to play it again. And I think I'll keep it in. I know some people are nervous to play these type of cards that give cherried life for resources, but I played games where I was playing this like on turn 2. I didn't have a turn 3 play, so I just draw a card and just started to stay ahead of my opponent. It was actually really good. This is a fine card. This is good if we have really like a discard plan, but this can be a little awkward a lot of times in sealed, because by the time you get this going, your opponent can dump their hand usually, or else they might take 2, maybe 4, best case scenario from this, but they know they're gonna have to get rid of their cards, so it doesn't do as much as you think it might sometimes. I really like this. This card is awesome. Queen's Agent's been good for me too. Of course, we would definitely want to play that in black. This goes along with the discard, and I actually like these style effects if I'm in a more slow controlling deck, so we'll keep that in mind. And this is a good 2-drop, happy with that. I like these lifelinkers, especially against the dinosaurs. I mentioned this when we opened the pack. I'll play this if my curve's low. If my curve's too high, I'm not going to touch it, but if it's low, I'll play it. March of the Drowned, I like these kind of effects. Bear's fine. I don't think we have enough. I mean, there is some creation in, if we did go blue-black, we could try to pull this off, but I feel like it's a little janky at the 5 spot, quite honestly. If I thought we could do it more consistently, like if we had a few more cards that made treasure chests, like we don't really have much in black, it was all in blue, then maybe I would think more about it, but I don't think this is the pool for that. It wouldn't be wrong to try it, don't get me wrong. The gambler in me wants to try it, so but I think for this video, for educational purposes, I won't do that. Alright, Mark of the Vampire. This is okay. 4 starts to feel a little expensive though for me, for something like that, but I won't cut it yet. Costly Plunder's good. You usually want at least one thing that's going to draw you more cards. Yeah, Menace, Explorer's good, and another one of these is fine. Okay, so our black actually looked pretty strong. All 3 colors look good. I'd say black was the best. Blue looked interesting, but I wouldn't want to bank too much on that one mill card, because I think that's what I would do if I went blue. I'd be trying to get that mill card out and trying to throw that enchantment down and then attack with unblockable merfolk. Starts to feel a little bit of a narrow win condition. So white is probably the safer play. Again, the gambler in me kind of wants to go Dimir and also keep the Revel and the Ridges in and then try to mill people. But I don't know if that's going to really be a good deck. It'd be a fun deck, but I don't know if it'd be a great deck. So Fire Cannon Blast is awesome. Very serviceable. Thrash Raptors. And I love Explore. Love Explore. Unfriendly Fire is great. Good 2-drop. This card can be good. I mean, sometimes it doesn't do much, but it's a 4/4 body, so it's just fine. This card again, I like to rummage. I won't cut this yet. Third one, that might be a little overkill on that, but we'll see. 4/2, maybe. This is good. I mean, if we can pull it off, this is very good. And Fire Cannon Blast is good. And this could be good too, but it hoses our life gain plan. So that might be a non-bow that we don't want to run. So that's a little awkward. But okay, red was fine. And Pounce is awesome. I love Pounce. Again, Explorer is good. Sideboard cards, I'm going to throw that out. This is fine. Helps us ramp. Good with dinosaurs, typically, because you can just kind of ping the dinosaur for Enrage. That's a fine card. Another one of these. Commune. Another one of these. Wow. Another one of those. Another sideboard card. Yeah, it's fine. Blinding Fog, it's not really that good. This is okay. This is okay. This is okay. Yikes. Okay, I don't really like our green that much. What do we got in the way of other stuff? Cobbled Wings. I actually played this in draft, and it was really good for me, so I'd play that again. This is okay. Like, maybe. I might play this. This only if I need a curve filler, so I won't get rid of it yet. This I kind of want to try out for 3. I don't know, maybe it fits in our pool, maybe it doesn't. I'm definitely not playing more than one of those, though. See ya. Even though, I don't know, I don't think we need to ramp. I won't cut that yet. And then we got some mana fixing, so we'll keep that in mind. I kind of like black, white, I think. Although I don't hate the red either. I mean, this could be real close. I don't know, we do have this in red. Maybe that's worth it. Is that worth it? Maybe these 3 toughness. Like our best creatures here, or at least our most abundant creatures here, are these 3 toughnesses for 4. But they do attack in as a 5. If we're behind, they're not as good. If we're winning, though, they can close out the game faster. We can't really use this if we use white, but if we don't, then maybe we use it. I do think black's our best color because of the removal factor here. I mean, I really like Vraska's Contempt, and then we got 2 of these Death Touchers. So I think this is probably the responsible color. I think we're in that color. So what's the other color is the question. Like I said, if I wanted to have fun and just try something crazy, I probably would try with this mill enchantment and making treasure chests. But again, there's not a lot of substantial creatures here, and I feel like I'd get burned trying to make that, actually execute that plan. So I'm going to cut white, or cut blue. Let's look at white one more time, because I did like white when I went through it. I mean, it's a little lean. It's got creatures. I don't know. I think red's stronger, though. Yeah. And, I don't know, maybe there's some splashes here. Let me just pull out things I would think about splashing. Probably just the removal spells. Maybe this. Let's just put those aside. Maybe we play that, maybe we don't. Okay. And I'm going to cut green. Green, unfortunately, it's some good cards, but I'm not overall pleased with it. All right, so our next step is we're going to go ahead and see what we have here. And, oh, now that I cut white, I'm going to cut that. Yeah, so these are okay. I'll keep these for right now. Next, I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to put these in piles, and we're going to take a look at each of them and start to figure out what kind of deck we can build here. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, sorted everything out. We have a lot of cuts to make. We actually have a lot of playables here. So I'm going to cut these 4 white cards first off because I have enough removal in black and red. I'm comfortable with it. So they're going to go right off the bat. I don't think we need to reduce our consistency. It's just not necessary. This one I'm going to cut 5 casting costs for this. It's a decent payout, but I don't know if we need it, quite honestly. It has vigilance, but it doesn't have any other like evasion or anything, so I'm going to cut that one. I'll keep the schooner for now, and we'll see if we actually play that one. The curve filler 4-drop, we don't need it, so I'm just going to go ahead and remove that. The Rune Raider, I don't want to take the risk, because we do have, what, 2 5-drops, a 6-drop, and a 7-drop, and we have a whole bunch of 4-drops, so yeah, we don't need to get burned by that card. We have other ways to draw cards, so it's just not that important right now. So I think those are just our initial cuts. We have more to make. What do we have here for creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that's a good number. If we needed to ditch a creature or two, we'd still be okay. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So we have to get rid of like 7 cards. That's a lot. Okay, 1-drops. I'm going to keep these. They're not perfect, but they're good against dinosaurs and such. And I actually had some success considering we're making treasure chests, at least some. I don't really care too much about the mana requirement, so we're going to hang on to those. We only have 3 2-drop creatures, so I'm going to hang on to them. We have a bear and a couple other just good ones, so that's fine. Okay, 3 drops. What do we have here? Goblin, I would normally keep this, actually, but because we have other ways to draw cards, I think I can ditch it and be fine. It's not much of a creature. Now, this isn't a fantastic creature. This would put me down to 15 creatures if I drop it. I think that's okay. We don't really have a lot of dinosaur synergy. This, yeah, we can get hurt by this too, but the fact that it's a 3/3 menace for 3, and it could hose our opponent on life gain, because we're not really doing a life gain thing. I'm going to keep that one, and I'm going to keep this, although I guess there's a life gain thing, but it's not too important. 2/2 flyers, why I'm going to keep that card. Okay, 4-drops. Got a lot of 4-drops here. And I don't know how much more I want to cut down, though. The Raptors, 3 of them feels a little like overkill, but they're only 4. Like, I feel like they could be fine for this deck, so I'm going to keep them, at least for now. I mean, maybe we have to cut back a little bit in a few moments. We'll see where we're at. Fine 5-drop. It's our only 5-drop creature, and we only have 2 5-drops in the deck, so we want to have some sort of meat to the end, so that's a good card for that purpose. I really like Queen's Agent. I've had success with this, and this card can be really good if we can get there. So yeah, I think it would be not too hard to get there in this deck. Alright, so that leaves us with how many creatures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. 15 creatures, that's sufficient. I probably don't want to go under that. Skullduggery, definitely playing. I like these. I don't want to cut this yet. Maybe I end up cutting it, but I feel like I can make some really kind of free trades and stuff early on and get creatures back with cards like this. It's real cheap to do, so I'm going to keep it. Cobbled Wings I'm going to keep too, because I think in this deck we might need some evasion, and this gives it to us. I like this card. These are both card draw spells, though. Do we need both of them is the question. This one is good because it's also a sack outlet, which is actually probably in some ways even more consistent than this one. But I don't know. I'll keep them both right now. Let's see what else we got. I like the Schooner, but I don't know if I need the Schooner. I'm definitely keeping these. I think these are critical to our removal package. I'm going to get rid of the discard because I don't think that's really our plan in this deck. I'll keep the Schooner for a minute. All right, let's see. Vraska is not going anywhere. Vraska's Contempt, I should say. Too bad we didn't get Vraska. I don't think I'm going to use the Mark of the Vampire here. If it gave it flying, yes, but I don't know. For 4, I feel uncomfortable. I might get 2 for 1, and it might not be worth it. Raider's Wake, this isn't a Raider's Wake deck either. Okay, Unfriendly Fire I want to keep. So I said there was 15 creatures, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So I only have to make 2 more cuts here. I probably don't want to cut creatures, so I'm probably going to just cut the Schooner. I want to try this out at some point, but I think it's expendable here. And we're not losing removal, so those are definitely staying. Maybe we lose one of those. Maybe I just lose the March of the Drowned. Because the thing is, March of the Drowned is kind of like card draw, basically. It's a little bit of card selection, card draw. But if I have 2 other card draw spells, I probably don't need this. So I think that's what we're doing. Let's see what we have here. So this is 23 cards. We'll go with 17 land. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in red. So even split. I'm going to just thumb through the deck real quick just so you get to see what we have here. And then we'll talk about land. So at this point, since we're evenly split, I'm looking for like double casting cost cards. And we really don't have many. Like, this is a really efficient deck. I mean, we might even be able to get away with one less land, but I don't know. I don't want to risk that considering some of my big payouts at the higher end of the curve. I think it might just be better to have the mana and then be able to play things like Skullduggery and stuff as an instant. So I'll keep 17 land. I mean, there's 2 red, but she's pretty high. I think by the time we get there, we should be able to afford the 2 red, especially in this deck. I mean, maybe an extra black for Vraska. So maybe we go 9 black, 8 red, because Vraska is going to come quicker up on the curve than the... Oh, we also have the Fire Cannon Blast, though. So yeah, I forgot about those. Maybe we should go 9 red and 8 of the black, considering we're going to hit these first. So yeah, overall, I actually kind of like the deck. It seems like it could be sweet. It's not like, this wasn't a crazy powerful pull. I actually thought our last pull was a little bit better. I mean, there were definitely other directions you can go to, so keep that in mind when you're building the deck. This isn't about like right or wrong. Play the cards you're comfortable with and the ones you enjoy playing. That's the key to all this. Don't play something just because I say it's good, because that's not going to be good enough, right? Like, play what you enjoy and what you're comfortable with. And yeah, there's a lot of things you may have done different. Like I said, there's things I might have done different. If I wasn't making a video, I don't know, I might have tried to go Dimir and try to pull off the Revel and Riches and the mill stuff, because I think that's kind of fun. Like, that seems super fun. I don't know how consistent it would be, so I wanted to do something that's maybe a little more educational. But really, this is about the process more than it is the cards. I wanted you to see the process I go through, and hopefully that's going to help you make decisions and get better at forming decks out of your sealed pool. The last thing I wanted to do is just make sure there's no lands here we care about. These, of course, are off color for us, and I don't really think this is important. Our deck's just too streamlined. We don't need these. These are good cards, though, in certain circumstances. We did use them in our last one of those in our last build. So, but yeah, that is our deck. So hopefully you found this helpful, and if nothing else, hopefully you liked the pack opening and what cards we got there. So, but anyway, until next time, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible by the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.